Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail, a new game out by Game Labs, the developers behind Ultimate General Civil War, Ultimate General Gettysburg, Naval Action, and a couple of other games. This is a real-time tactical naval combat game in the Age of Sail, specifically in and around the American Revolution. That allows you to play in a campaign very similar to Ultimate General Civil War, where you've got different missions that are sort of predefined for you, but you have to fight them, and then your casualties and your losses carry over from battle to battle. You have to equip your forces. You can capture enemy ships, which allow you to add them to your fleet or return them for prestige or renowned to your admiralty. You can equip your troops with different types of weapons. There's actually one of the big things they enhanced in this game that didn't exist before is there's an R&D element of having to research new technologies, tactics, things like that unlock different unit types. It's a really interesting game that has a lot of depth in sort of the army management side or fleet management side between battles, but then has pretty interesting fleet battles and land battles that you could fight in the game as well. The game is centered around naval action, as I said, in the Age of Sail, but it also has a lot of land battles that sort of represent marine landings and inshore operations that were very common in this period of time. Anyone who's interested in like the Horatio Hornblower, Richard Blytho, Jack Aubrey type books is probably going to find something interesting to see here, and that's what we're playing. This is the fourth video in this series. We are playing as the Royal Navy in the British campaign, and we are about to go into a battle against enemy shipping. There's an enemy troop convoy that's being transported with a lot of enemy soldiers that in theory would be going to the land battle that comes after this, and we have to intercept them, take the ships, take the cargo, and also defeat the enemy warships. And that's where we're going to pick things up. This was taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel. If you're interested, there's a link in the description. And let's get going. They're larger ships, but these troop ships have no guns. One of them has no guns. Two of them have no guns. So two of their ships have no guns. One's a smaller ship that we can definitely take on our own. And one is I think probably equivalent to our 6th rate. So we should be okay here. So we're going to move to intercept. And then what we may do for the troop ships, because I don't want to take too many casualties trying to board like and fight enemy Marines, maybe we'll just grape shot them to death. We'll blast the lead ship here, the Senora de la Soledad. We may break off the rear ship here, this light ship here, just to see if we can't do some serious damage to the sails on the merchant ships, because I don't want them getting away. They're not frogs. They're not Frenchmen. They're Spaniards. The armor is used for boarding casualties calculation. Interesting. Nobody has the wind. Turn line and engage. On the uproll, lads. Question, do we want to aim for the rigging instead? Or the hull? I presume the hull. I don't like the idea of having the wind directly behind us. That's going to slow us down considerably. So we're going to angle off a bit. Those are some wild shots, lads. We got one hit, though. God damn it. We're too low in the water. Can't hit him at that range. Engage again, lads. Second broadside. Go. I think the enemy actually has the wind gauge, or the weather gauge. Let's target. That was a pretty effective broadside. We even dismounted one of their guns. And maybe a swivel? A critical hit? I don't know what crit... I'm assuming that's what that means. I wish some of these icons gave you a little bit more descriptor. Nevia for men, thanks for the follow. We are pounding her. She's not even shooting back. Well, she can't bring her guns to bear, or what's the deal here? Switch to grape. We'll keep... Not go. Oh, she did open fire now. We're still too far out for grape at the moment. Surprised they're not getting an artillery shock. Switch to grape. Change course a bit. That may expand the range if we get out from under this wind. It will. Not enough, though. Fire! The Sean Mac is engaging the Gammo. Get me more sails, lads. And target the mast. I wish you'd see a little bit more dismasting. I think you can do it. Break the line, Sean Mac. I don't want you following. Ibra, same for you. Oh god, the Sean Mac's taking quite a bit of damage. It looks like mostly to the rigging, though. That looks like there was a shot that hit the mast based on this icon. Sean Mac, you're gonna cut in behind. The enemy might actually be able to get away. Although they've suffered quite a bit of damage. I'd like to try and board them. Although we may end up sinking them by accident. But this is a nice ship that I'd like to take possession of. Another gun down. The question is, can I catch them? Ibra going for boarding. Can't even hit him with that from here. The only thing I can hit him with is a round shot at this range. And he's faster than me. Artillery shock. This guy's flooding for sure. All of the boarding armor or whatever, blocks, tackles, whatever, look like they're gone on that side. It's probably taken some water too. But he is turning. Enemy ships are pretty much aground, so I think we're safe there. Go board that guy. One more volley and then broadside. Oh, we set her ablaze. That wasn't my intent. Switch to grape now, lads. She may go down. Canister lads or grape. Try and catch her, Libra. Your first instinct is to board the enemy always, unless you have a really good reason not to. Now, is it gonna fire at all? There you go. 13 crew, 15 crew. All right, we're in small arms range. "25 crew. Butcher him, Sean Mack. Get him." I don't think they can board at that angle. San Pedro has surrendered. Very nice, Sean Mack. Now put some crew on her. Although maybe putting crew out in a boat in the middle of a battle, not wise. Quick, get aboard the ship. Problem, I can't engage this enemy troop ship. Can we rake her with canister? Not really. How's the other ship doing? I ordered you guys to... Oh, you're just ignoring him. I thought I told you to board him. All right. So the enemy heavier ship is getting away. I really want to capture her, but at the same time, I think we need to focus on this enemy troop ship, which could overwhelm the San Pedro or the Sean Mack at this point. So let's get a good broadside here. I really don't want the Sean Mack to board the enemy. I just want to keep hitting him with grape. Volley fire, lads. Eliminate the enemy fleet. That is the objective. The battle is going fairly well. Crew shock there. 1 officer and 20 crew lost by the enemy on that particular broadside. The Butcher is trying to chase this enemy frigate, but she's faster. This other light enemy vessel is firing at long range at us, I guess. Can you just go get her? Libra, you're doing nothing. I don't know that we actually have to sink the enemy. Why don't you stay still? I don't want that troop ship to like get in the way. I wish I could have just sent like a really small prize crew after her, to be honest. Rather than having to send like 60 or half my crew ashore. I don't think it would have taken that many to... Yeah, the enemy is definitely beating a hasty retreat. I don't know, again, if we actually have to defeat them or not. The frigate, that is. I'm a little nervous that they're going to swing in and take my prize back, so I guess we should give you guys some sail. Turn away, Butcher. Maybe the enemy frigate will come back. Oh, wait, there's rocks. She can't run away. At least not without a major course correction, so let's actually keep heading down this way. I don't think she's going to run aground. I think she'll divert. But that'll give me an angle to cut her off. Meanwhile, the Sean Mac should be able to catch this merchant here. In fact, already is. So go ahead and pour some grape into him again, lads. And cut your sails a bit because you're going to overtake her way too fast. Seven more crew members down. That ship's already lost an officer. Their morale must be fairly low, I would expect. The enemy ship is just stationary at this moment. So we're going to go swing down to try and board her. Sean Mac, you're just going to keep pouring grape into the Santiago El Mayor until it strikes its colors. Which I think will be soon. Libra, you're going to come over here to help because I'm probably going to have to pull half your crew off to man the Santiago El Mayor. All right, so she's surrendered. All right, I guess can we board them? I don't know. Do I have to board them to take possession? That's the other thing. Grape down the stern of the ship. Crew shock. Well, she just lost 10% of her crew on that broadside. I'd like to get one more good broadside on her with the grape before we move the rest of our ships down there. All right, one more broadside. An officer and a bunch of the crew surrendered there, lost there. Another 9 men. The enemy frigate has like no protection on that side. Her hull's at 50%. Just not sure I'm going to be able to get to her. Alien Man, thanks for the follow. Never met an alien before. All right, heard a few of the crew there. Duh. The Sean Mac's being pushed back by the wind. All right, turn through it and then see if you can board. I don't know if I actually have to board them if they're surrendered. Oh, shit. What's this? Is this a new enemy ship? Did it just come out of nowhere? God damn. What are you shooting at? Oh, the light enemy ship. All right, whatever. Turn around. That enemy frigate wants to run. It can run. It's trying to draw me away, so... Butcher, come on up. Maybe the Senor de la Soledad will come up and try and engage us. This looks like a worthwhile prize, too. This is why you board everything, ask questions later. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to board the ships as much as I would like, though. That's, I guess, the challenge. I don't really want the Libra to be going broadside to broadside with this guy, though. Sean Mac might stand a chance. I think she's a 6th rate, though. She might be a 7th. She might be the same as the Sean Mac. It's hard to tell. Also, completely keep forgetting about the Gammo here. A nice raking shot there, though, by the Libra. The Butcher's on the way back. Sean Mac gets a nice raking shot there, too. The Butcher is suffering some rigging damage. The enemy ship back here looks like it's run into some kind of invisible wall on the north end of the map. The Gammo taking more damage here from the Libra. I really don't like you firing through your own ship. The Gammo's gonna sink, almost certainly. Unless I can manage to board the fast bastard. Next broadside from Butcher might finish her off, though. All right, can we force her to surrender with some grape? All right, Butcher, swing in and get some good broadsides in. Maybe I should go the French route and go for more rigging stuff. Why are they shooting? Wait a minute. Did the enemy decide to... What the fuck? Did they unsurrender? I'm very confused. I just wanted to take possession of a surrendered enemy ship, and all of a sudden there's 110 troops on him again? The fuck? That happens? Well, I'm pretty sure my own ship just surrendered back to the enemy. Yep. I mean, it did happen in real life, though, Garza 2. Or Gazra. Sink the bastards already. Fuck it, just sink Gammo. Get this fast little guy away. It's flooding, it's gonna sink. The crappy thing is I lose like 60 prime crewmen. Boom! Should blow up, lads. Of course you'd be chasing me, Senora de la Soledad. This is absurd. got to go back and take that enemy cargo ship. Are they sinking this? Is this what this icon means? They're scuttling it? Or are they putting crew ashore? Oh, so they liberated the crew. All right. Well. God damn it. All right, guys. Just kill more of them then. You've got your grape. Force them to surrender again, maybe. 6 minutes? Oh, there's 6 minutes left? Or is it 6 hours? I don't know. Can we fire down their stern? At least the butchers only lost 9 men. If we lose on a timer, that's going to be annoying. The game's just like, yep, you lose. Just because. Keep firing grape down their frickin' length of their ship. Force them to surrender. All right, Butcher, I think you're going to go for a boarding action. Sean Mac, get up there. You return away. I don't want you getting run past. Sea Hunter, thanks for the follow. The enemy ship's getting pushed back by the wind, which is actually making it harder to engage. Flotation damage there a little bit. We're also suffering a fair bit of rigging damage. I could just switch back to solid shot. I mean, that would be the way to win this fight. Where clearly the Butcher is a huge advantage from a ship perspective, it would seem. They're going for the hull. I'm going for the crew. The crew is a much more tedious process. I don't think they're gonna fuck it. Just switch back to solid shot. All right, Sean Mac. Force these guys to surrender again. I'm really annoyed that we lost those 60 crewmen. Surrender, you bastards. Don't make me sink another one of you. All right, so the San Pedro surrendered. Go board them. So we recaptured the San Pedro. We're going for the Santiago El Mayor, the other troop ship. Meanwhile, the Butcher is working on finishing off these bastards. You should be able to move in and board these guys. No, don't do that. Just go collide with them. I need to use the minimum crew. Problem is the wind is positioned just in a way that makes actually boarding these ships along the coast very challenging. The angle's not quite right, but it's close, so we're luring them in. The enemy might do better than us boarding, but I'm assuming we'll get at least one more broadside off before we board, which should do some closing the range. There we go. Crew shock, 11 crew members lost. Board this bastard. All right, Sean Mack, I would think you're going to take this guy pretty easily. Yes, you should. All right, so minimum crew is 10. So you took that enemy vessel. Now go back for the other enemy ship that's still fighting. Zebra's coming in nice and slow to take possession of the San Pedro. And the Butcher moving in on the Senora de la Soledad with a huge overwhelming advantage in terms of crew. If she doesn't sink her first. The enemy does have the advantage in speed. We'll see if we can actually pull her back. We may have to sink her. Yep, we're not going to be able to board her. God, I can't stand the boarding rules in this game. I can't stand the boarding rules in this game. All right. Minimum crew. None of those 60 men were saved. Just fire grape and... I mean, they've lost like 100 men. These guys should surrender. Okay, Sean Mack. Maybe rake this guy, do some damage. Maybe he'll hurt his crew. That was cool. I heard one musket shot and then one enemy crew member was killed. So it was very clear like a sharpshooter just got one of them. Oh fuck, he's shooting at these cargo ships. Oh no, he's actually shooting at my other guys. Okay. Just surrender already, you jerks. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. I can't let you sink these cargo ships, so I'm switching to round shot for the Sean Mack. If you've got to sink the Aquila, you'll sink it. Same for this other ship. I guess we're just getting too cute. I really wanted to take the bastards, but... Surrender, damn you. She's flooding. I think that's what this means. Oh, she surrendered. Good, good, good. So get a crew across and try and save her. If you can. And now it's just the Aquila up here in the north. Yeah, but if I get crews aboard the ship, then the surrenders, I mean, they're not going to retake the ship once we've got troops ashore. The issue with the surrenders before was that they didn't, they surrendered, they lowered their flag, but they didn't actually, we didn't have anybody on board controlling the ship. So they just sort of lowered their flag and said, we surrender, and then said, just kidding. So that's why we had the issue before. One enemy ship left. Alright, I think the flooding is under control on that ship. Our condition's okay. Took the 2 cargo ships. We've got crews aboard them. Sean Mack is just dithering in the wind. You know what? Try and turn back the other. No, the Sean Mack surrendered! Bastards. Sean Mack, how could you? This has just been a disaster of a battle. Butcher, get up there. I need you. Got our tiny little unrated cutter fighting the enemy here. Killing my own men. I would think the enemy morale would be so toast right now. That ship has just been pounded into matchwood. Or matchsticks or whatever. She might be able to sink the Aquila. Give it your all, cutter. Switch to grape. And you didn't scratch a damn fly. All right, can you close to range and board? Where is the wind, by the way? It's very confusing. There's like a very narrow band of wind coming on one side of the ship. I think the Sean Mack can be retaken. The problem is we lose, I think, the entire crew, so that's a little silly. It's kind of like, what did they do? Kill them all? Oh, I didn't want to unclick boarding. Just wanted to cut them toward the inside where they'd have better speed. But like this whole... It's moderate from this to... I don't know. This is... Right, Butcher's coming up. Switch back to round shot. I was only switching to grape because I thought maybe I had a chance to board the fuckers. The Sean Mack is steering like a ghost. It's like sliding and turning and sliding. The only explanation is that it's turned into the wind. But like, what is going on with that ship right now? What is she doing? Doing a little bit of a shimmy? All right, so collide. All right, so board and take the fucker. But the whole wind situation, again, they'd be boarding by now if this was real life. They would 100% be aboard the enemy ship. But I can't manage it because reasons. Libra, you're taking a pounding. The butcher's on the way up. Like now they're both just getting pushed sideways by the wind, but the distance is too great for boarding. This has turned into an absolute bloodbath. And what was starting off as a pretty easy fight, but I just couldn't get in position to get aboard the enemy ships. The whole wind situation in this battle just feels, I mean, come on, give me a break. This, what sails are being pushed back? She's adrift, yeah. Also, the wind isn't even blowing from the direction these guys are getting pushed from. The wind's coming up this way. The Sean Mac is a 3-star crew, I guess. Turn and engage. Libra, if you can go board that other ship. How many crew members do they need to sail the ships anyway? We're firing on both ends of the ship. They're down to 21 men, lads. I don't think it's likely that they'll blow up if they don't even... Cut your sails, lads. I really wish I could just crash. I keep saying this. Just crash them into the enemy ships and then board them that way. There's no way I'm going to be able to get in position here because the wind's blowing in that direction. Maybe you can go up and board the Sean Mac. No, I get it. CTS is from a, I guess it's probably just more from a gameplay balancing perspective. You don't want to just be able to board anytime you touch each other, but that's kind of more like, that's just the reality of how ships fought in this era. Is like you didn't have to have a perfect board side, you know, broadside to jump across to the other enemy ship. It's just not how things worked. I'm guessing the fact that these enemy crews are so experienced is part of why they're not surrendering. Libra's getting into a dicey situation, taking a lot of damage. Aquila's flooding. She's taken a ton of damage as well. I've been trying to capture the enemy ships. We did capture one of them, but we also lost the Sean Mac. I really would like to retake the Sean Mac. The 2 or 3 gray circles on the edge of each ship icon. These stars, those indicate, I think, crew quality. The stars to the left? Yeah, they're stars. Board the Sean Mac, if you can. Cut the sails. I think we might be able to get in position here on the Sean Mac. I think. Maybe. Maybe. Didn't I tell you to cut your sails? You're going too fast. Speed match, speed match, speed match, speed. Crew shock. You're so close. Yes, yes. Lure 'em in. Boarding. Boarding action, lads. We got them. And we got the crew back, I think. Or we just pulled some off butcher. Either way, we got the Sean Mac back. We got the Sean Mac back. Meanwhile, the Aquila is still flooding, so maybe Libra can finish her off. We'll still have captured 2 enemy merchants and 1 nice enemy warship. I used match speed, Sean Mac. Yeah, the 3 green icons are you have to match speeds, you have to be within a certain distance, and you have to have basically broadside on with the enemy ship. My biggest complaint with the mechanic, and really my only complaint with the mechanic, is there should be no requirement to be broadside on. You could definitely jump over the bow or the stern of a ship, or a 45-degree angle or something like that. As long as the 2 ships came together, you should be able to engage them and board. You're gonna blow right by. Yeah. But we got you back, Sean Mac. We got your vessel back. Now, if only we can put a little bit more grape into the Aquila, and maybe she'll surrender all by her lonesome. Hopefully no enemy reinforcements show up and retake those cargo ships way in the southern end of the map. This guy's trying to sail. He's not sailing into the wind, but he's doesn't have very good forward progress, whatever he's doing. His sails are in great shape because we haven't been targeting him. 13 hits on the enemy hull, all with grape shot, though. I don't think this ship's going to survive. We can try and get the Libra up, though, to board her. Can also try and close the range here. Let's speed things up a little bit more. I think she's going to sink, though. She's been flooding. Surrender, damn you. Strike your flag. Close the distance. Oh, she's sinking. Hey, lads. We're going to sink your rowboats. Sink the rowboat, damn you! Get him! I think they sank because they disappeared. Pretty sure we got it. All right, so that was a battle, huh? 3 ships of ours, 548 men. We lost 159 crew. So better than a quarter of our force was lost. We did temporarily lose a ship, but then we captured it back. So we sank 2 enemy ships, captured 3, and the enemy lost almost their entire force in terms of soldiers. We captured the 2 merchant ships, and then also 1 of the enemy warships. That was the Senora de la Soledad, which was actually the largest ship. The largest ship they had was 18 guns, so they didn't have any really big ships. Jean Lepont is promoted to commander from lieutenant. Simon Gascon is promoted to lieutenant, and Leonard Skinner is promoted to lieutenant. Well, that battle was a bit of a mess. I actually had fought this battle previously when the game was in early access and did much better, but that was not a pretty showing. I'm clearly rusty. I don't think this is a scenario where you can say play the tutorial, because I've played 10 plus hours in this game, which isn't a ton, but it's enough to know how to play before we even revisited to this campaign. And now we're in the 4th battle here, and yet I've been struggling a little bit. I will say the wind in that scenario is kind of oddly placed. There was some really weird, funny stuff in terms of the way that the wind was responding on those ships. It felt a little bit off. And I would also say that I obviously bitched about it, but it's my biggest complaint with this game is how it handles boarding, at least to this point. That's my biggest complaint in this game, is that it just treats boarding as this refined art of going alongside the enemy, perfectly alongside the broadside of the enemy in order to be able to get ashore. And I know it probably sounds like a broken record because I said it like 10, 15 times in the stream, but that really irks me, being someone who's really into naval fiction and things like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know if you want to see more of this. This was taken from a live stream from 2 days ago. We'll probably keep streaming it. It seems popular. The streams have a pretty good audience. It seems like folks are enjoying the streams, but let me know if you want to see more of this on the YouTube channel or not. Until next time, though, this is the Historical Gamer saying, as always, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.